Are we rolling? I'm getting a green light. Okay. Hello, I'm Natalie Strong, and welcome to Interviewer Interviewee. I'm currently at the Out There Institute in Chipping, where there has been an interesting discovery. I'm joined by the woman at the head of this operation, Dr. Cressida Burke. Please, call me Cressida. Cressida. So, Cressida, tell me, what have you discovered? Well, it's hard to explain without going too in depth, but what I can say is that, if our findings are correct, it will change everything we know about the history of the world, and the history of our species. That's a pretty big claim. Can you explain the events leading up to the discovery? Of course. It was a basic site visit of an archaeological dig on a beach near Cardiff, somewhere around Splot. Obviously you get your basic dinosaur bones, but this time there was something different. Humanoid remains. Humanoid? Not human? Yes, humanoid. Unlike any we've seen before. That's... Despite being a different species, the skeleton had a similar structure to that of the human skeletal system. However, with one major difference. And that is? It's made of plant matter. In its state of decomposition, the closest thing I can say it reminds me of is a piece of driftwood. Whoa. That's... Look, we all know the dinosaurs died out. It's taught in schools everywhere from a young age. But what if not everything from that time died out? What if something evolved? Looking at the phylogenesis of dinosaurs, we discovered that they evolved from a distant cousin to what we would call amphibians. This, again, is a known thing. In a similar vein, we know that humans and other animals also evolved from this distant cousin. It's our common ancestor. But what if there was an offshoot? What if a completely different species evolved alongside this common ancestor? You mean plantae? Plants. There were some pretty crazy plants back then. It's possible that while our ancestor was taking its first steps, there was something like, let's say, an algae bloom that resulted in ambulatory plant life. Ambulatory plant life that evolved alongside our ancestor. So, what are you saying? I'm saying, what if there was something like us? Something that evolved alongside us, distantly related to things like the trees or the flowers? And what if some of them are still alive today? The remains were discovered quite close to the surface. Sure, not close enough to find them every time you dig to make a sandcastle, or even to install a pool in your backyard. But the remains were closer to the surface than any dinosaur remains we found. That is so... Now this next part is highly speculative, but it's an important part of the puzzle. If I may? Please, go on. Across the world there is folklore. A lot of it is specific to specific regions. However, in places, there are some overlaps. For example, dragons. Almost everywhere has stories about dragons. Mermaids, again. Almost everywhere has stories about mermaids. And sure, you can say it's based in common sense, but almost everywhere has stories about being wary of the unknown that hides in the woods. Little Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel, the list goes on. The remains we discovered had almost pristine teeth. There is evidence of carnivorous abilities, but there is also evidence of herbivorous abilities, suggesting a possibility of cannibalism. You mean an omnivore? What if it wasn't a witch that lured in Hansel and Gretel? What if it was this creature? What if it wasn't a wolf that attacked Little Red Riding Hood and her granny? What if it was this creature? And what is this creature? If we are Homo sapien, then this is Homo plantae. This is fully hypothetical, of course. Of course. Probably nothing more than a creepy bedtime story. In another life you could be a writer. Yeah. Well, my job is to think outside the box. So, what are your next plans with regards to this Homo plantae? Well, my team is currently working out how it would have sounded based on its bone structure. I've been told it could be done within the hour, and that they're going to surprise us by playing it through the building speaker system. And I told them that they were only allowed to do it once, so as not to disrupt any of the other departments too much. That's fascinating. I hope that I will still be here to hear it. To get that on record would be Jesus Christ! That was a shock. The amazingness of my team. So you were saying... Sorry, they must be playing a prank. Sorry, I'll have a word with them. Giles, I told you you could only play it once. It's been 3 times. Turn it off now, and I'll have a word with you after I finish with this interview.
What are you talking about?
The homoplantae? It's amazing work, but not the time.
I can't hear you. Hold on.
Giles?
Sorry, boss, what were you saying?
The homoplantae. I told you you could only play it once.
Shit, sorry. The program must be glitching. I'll see if I can get it fixed. Sorry, you continue with your interview.
Oh, actually, I think I've got enough to work with. Thank you. Are you sure? We can always reschedule. It should be enough. Thank you. I'll be in touch if there's anything else I need. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. It has been fascinating talking with you. Thank you, and thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Can I escort you out?
I should be fine, thank you. Down the corridor to the left?
That's it. Right, I'm going to get that fixed.
Please do. This is Natalie Strong signing off. Thank you for listening. No, that's not right. This is Natalie Strong signing off. It's been a pleasure. Maybe? This is interviewer, interviewee. And you've been listening to Natalie Strong. Hello?
Natalie Strong.
Hello? Is someone there?
Natalie.
What the fuck?